Hello, I hope you're doing well. Ek hoop dit gaan goed. We are doing degrees of comparison today, but we are actually practicing comparing colors and people. It will help you just have a bit of a more broader vocab than saying something is wit or dit is die witste. Okay, but actually putting those words, those adjectives into sentences. And then we'll be doing the intensive forms. Let's look at this picture. So we're comparing Oma and Opa and the kleindochter, the small daughter, the granddaughter. We're also comparing how tall they are and how short they are. And let's read the first sentence. Die kleindochter is die jongste en die kortste. She is the youngest and the shortest. And then we can see here, die opa is ouer as die oma, comparing it. That one in the middle, ouer as die oma. And die opa is die langste, he is the tallest. So we don't have, it might sound like I'm saying langste, but it's langste. He is the tallest, he's the longest. So and you'll find some Afrikaans people actually going, oh, I'm very long. My husband is very long, just meaning he's very tall. So that's a funny translation sometimes. Let's look at this example. Johan is lang. Johan is tall. So you're comparing people's heights. And I need to double check when I do the translation in my head, because I think in Afrikaans, it's that I'm not comparing the length. The lang and the length confuses me, but their heights. Their tallness, that's the right one. I'm comparing their tallness. So Johan is lang, Johan is tall. Andries is langer as sy pa, so he's taller than his dad. Is langer as, so just comparing those two. And then Andries is die langste, he's die langste, he's the tallest. And what if you want to say that actually the same is as tall as? You will use that comparison in the middle, but you'll add so lank soos. Johan is so lank soos sy pa. Johan is as tall as his dad. So lank soos. I will be doing another example, and in the assessment you'll be doing it as well. Let's look at the colors. Pink and purple, paars. Lig means light in color. So light can mean a few things, like this is light, it's not very heavy, it's light, it is a lighter color, and lig in Afrikaans, and light in English as well, means the light that's shining on the table. Okay, so that's light here means lighter than the other color, comparing the colors. And then we have mooi, which is pretty. Okay, die sambreel is die ligste pink. The umbrella is the lightest pink. Die vrou het paars hare. So you can see there's no comparison there, just stating what it is. Die blom is pinker as die sambreel. The flower is pinker than the umbrella. Die rok is die mooiste paars. The dress is the prettiest purple. Okay, so you can use the is pinker as comparing. If you would add soos there, is so pink soos, that would be saying it's exactly like the other one. I just want to have a quick word about adjectives. So we are doing adjectives because we're looking at degrees of comparison, and colors and adjectives can be inflected if there's an attributive or predicative adjective. They can be in the degrees of comparison, or they can be intensive forms. So this page is basically just talking about, or just showing you how they are compared and how it's used as a attributive adjective. Okay, die skoene is so rooi soos die appel. So the shoes are as red as the apple. Die skoene is rooier as die belt. Die skoene is rooier as die belt. Very slightly, and I'm just using it as an example. Die skoene is rooier as die belt. The shoes are redder than the belt. Die skoene is die rooiste. The shoes are the reddest. Dit is rooi skoene. So that is red shoes. So rooi here, you know, doesn't get inflected because it's just the rule that the colors don't get inflected. And here it is used as the attributive adjective, but it can also be used in the degrees of comparison. Rooi, rooier, and rooiste. So just make a mental note that attributive and predicative adjectives change according to where they stand. Colors don't change, but the other ones like prachtig, prachtige, vroeg, vroeger, that inflects. Okay. Vandag is so koud soos Sondag. You can see it's exactly the same comparison. Vandag is so koud soos Sondag. Today is as cold as Sunday. Vandag is kouer as gister. Today is colder than yesterday. Gister was die koudste. Yesterday was the coldest. Maandag was 'n koue dag. Aha. And you see that koue here is the attributive adjective. So I've just color-coded like vandag being the subject of the sentence, but also being a time word. But it is more the subject of the sentence that you are using in the stompie to describe the word. So if you might have confused that you're starting with a time word, it's okay. It is the subject of the sentence. Good. And let's look at the intensive form. So intensive form is a way to describe a word or describe a thing, but by giving it like extreme intensity. So beyond groenste, it is grasgroen, like really green. Gras, groen. Yeah, I chose that word on purpose, you know it. Okay, so someone is not the poorest. Hy's nie arm nie, hy's brandarm, like burning poor. Arm can also mean arm, as in English, but arm means poor. Brandarm, hulle is brandarm. They are really struggling. The third one is, might be a bit rude, but if you see like a monster, you would say, ooh, die monster is skreeu lelik. So ugly, you scream when you look at it. Skreeu lelik. Moeg, ek voel doodmoeg. Jy is moeg, jy is moer, hy is die moegste. Maar ek is doodmoeg, ek wil slaap. Bloedrooi, blood red. Haar rok en haar lipstick is bloedrooi. Her dress and her lipstick is blood red, bloedrooi, very strong red. Stokblind, you are as blind as a stick. And I could just imagine the sentence like, jy is stormdronk en stokblind. You are as drunk as a storm and blind as a stick. And I just love when Afrikaans people that are not natively speaking Afrikaans, when they try to speak Afrikaans, they might, try to speak English, they might translate these things. You are blind as a stick, and it's so funny because it's real and it's a great expression, but it's because it's an intensive form in Afrikaans, and I find that very fun. I'm going to make another one about intensive forms because there's another few ones, and funny enough, there's the do it. You can almost put the do it like dead in front of anything. Ek is dood moeg, ek is dood arm, ek is dood verveeld. It's almost like, oh, I'm dead tired, I'm dead poor, I'm dead bored. You could just use all of them. Okay, dit was lekker, that was nice. Lekker dag, bye bye.